Well,
Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the most
the
random workers. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
Eagles
No,
lost
my
one
appointment
there.
was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV,
That was
VCR,
the
and
worst
set
game
it.
plan
Yep, all the latest tech.
I have ever seen for... It's the worst game plan I've ever seen for a team that has their two wide receivers down, having the best running back in the entire NFL, facing one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. And you come out throwing multiple times, barely handing the ball off to Saquon in the first half. It should have been run, 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 run. And guess what happened when they finally gave it to Saquon near the end of the first half? Boom, 60-yard run. Wow, imagine that. It's almost like we should have ran the ball the entire first half. We needed the defense to show up big like they did in the game against the Saints. We needed them to show up, and they wet the bed. They wet the bed bad. It was pretty embarrassing, actually. This game was pathetic, and the worst part is our dumb fan base decides to blame Nick Sirianni. I'm sorry, is Nick Sirianni in charge of these things? Offensive play call, defensive play call, special teams play call. Is he in charge of any of that? Is he in charge of tackling? Is he in charge of wrapping up a guy carrying the ball? Is he in charge of running the ball instead of throwing the ball? He's not in charge of any of that. Yet idiots in our fan base want Big Dom, who knows nothing about football, to be the head coach over Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, who is a well over plus minus on the positive end. He's way up in win percentage. Went to Super Bowl 2 years ago, and these idiots want to fire him. How about we wait till after the bye week, get our receivers back, and see how we play with our receivers before we start even mentioning the head coach? They're calling for a guy to be fired in a season when we're probably going to go 11-6 or 12-5 and go to the division round or the conference championship. And yet they want the coach to be fired. There's not many options out there, people. And no, Bill Belichick is not a good option. One, he's way too old. Two, he's too much of a stubborn a-hole. This team will not lock in to the Bill Belichick way. That's not how any player on this team wants to manage themselves. That's not who they are. So no, we do not want Bill Belichick. That is the stupidest thing we could ever even think about doing. The Cowboys are 2-2 too. Are they calling for their coach to be fired? No. Like, come on. Learn football, people. I'm tired of our fan base. I'm tired of it. Oh, I'm sick of it. Meanwhile, you got the refs that were also making an impact on our game. That fumble by Jalen Hurts was not a fumble. His hand was coming up and forward. It had just started coming up. That is a incomplete pass. It wasn't going back anymore. He was doing that slight motion. Just because he has a weird thing where his hand comes basically lower than his butt when he's at the back of his throw, it was still coming up. He was doing this. That is forward motion. That is incomplete pass. But you're going to hear nothing but idiots blaming this on Nick Sirianni. We have almost as dumb of a fan base as the Vegas Golden Knights do. And they're a less than 10-year-old franchise in the desert. Learn football, people. The head coach is not in charge of the things that were a problem today. You should be pleased that we actually scored 16 points. That was due to the head coach getting them excited and making them feel like they were in it the entire game, because they sure played like they were trying the entire game. Learn football. Fly, Eagles, fly. Have a wonderful life. Do something good today, and thanks for watching.